punish them in any way. All we do is ignore the unwanted behavior for just a couple of seconds, then move on to something else. So you can see that Mara actually came off the island and I didn't ask her to. That's fine. I actually just asked her to go back up, and now I'm reinforcing her very heavily with her fish for staying back up there. The question was the injury on the side of Mara. That is actually an old scar. She got that from a different facility before she came here. So it is pretty much all healed over except for a very small area towards her bottom side there. Sometimes itches her a little bit, so sometimes she will scratch that, and that's why it looks a little bit pink. But our veterinarians come out, as I said before, a couple times a week and make sure we are on top of that and checking it out at all times. So it is an older injury. It's mostly healed over. And again, as you're watching the training session, I just want to remind everyone, please don't rest anything on the rail, pocketbooks, babies, pacifiers, anything like that. If anything does fall into the exhibit, it can be an ingestion hazard for these animals, and it can also be fatal to them if they swallow those things. So please remember to keep everything on your side and keep our animals safe. And as the trainers are working out here, if you wouldn't mind, just giving us a little bit of room. We certainly don't want to get any fish guts on you guys, so just give us a little bit of room to make sure we don't get anything gross on you. Good, water. Good. Everything that we train our animals happen in very small approximations, or small baby steps basically, and we work very slowly, making sure that the animals are comfortable with each and every step. Another thing that we can do with our animals, another way of training something, is something called capturing. You can see that Astro over here on the front island is vocalizing, and that's because Aaron, his trainer, is asking him to. Mara also has that behavior. This is something that they will do naturally that we were able to put on cue for these animals, and I'll show you what Mara's vocalization sounds like. Good. It's like music, isn't it? It's beautiful. So that's something that they will use to communicate to each other. Of course, we don't know what they're saying when they're communicating to each other, but we have noticed that very often when they're in the water after the training session, they will vocalize to each other. It sounds very often like it is a belch or a burp, but if you guys happen to hear that, I can assure you it is not that. It is just a way that they talk to each other. So we are going to be coming down towards the end of the training session. I am going to switch off my microphone and turn it back over to Katie so I can concentrate on the rest of my session here with Mara. You'll notice that everyone is going to be giving the animal an end of session signal. This just kind of lets them know that for right now the session is over. They've done an excellent job, and we'll be back out to interact with them again a little bit later. So I'd like to thank you for coming by. I'd like to invite you to enjoy watching the rest of the training session. If you do have any questions after the session is over, my name is Erin, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Or you can visit Katie underneath the blue umbrella. So enjoy watching the rest of the session. Thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of this somewhat cloudy, kind of beautiful day here at Mystic Aquarium and the Institute for Exploration.